Hi guys! Happy Father's Day weekend to all of you fathers out there and you father figures. We wanted to let you know about a perfect keto sale that is showcasing Father's Day that runs from now until the 18th, which is Sunday. And it's buy two, get one free on all of their products. We use quite a few of them. Also, if you spend over $75, then you get a free pack of Nola bars. So definitely head over there and get your deal. And have a wonderful weekend. What kind of haircut does a bee get?
I don't know what kind.
A buzz cut. I didn't say it was going to be a non-dad joke. I said you gotta hear a joke. I guess it would be a mom joke. Hi guys, welcome back to CJ's Keto Kitchen. If you are looking for home-style foods made ketogenic, then you have come to the right channel. My name is Sarah, and tonight we are going to be making nuts, and it is going to be salted caramel peanuts. So come along with me, and let's get started.
Wake up, honey, I made you breakfast. Fresh coffee and bagels too. A new day is waiting for us. We got lots of fun stuff to do. Let's go to the
So I originally got this idea looking down the nut aisle when I was shopping with my daughters. They like nuts and snacks and all of that stuff. And I got to thinking about some of the nut options that I might want to try and make. And this came to mind. Planters makes a salted caramel peanut, and I thought it would be fun to try and recreate that. And I did a test batch and I was happy with it. It almost reminds me of Cracker Jack without the popcorn. So hopefully you will like it as well. It's very easy. It only has a couple of ingredients and it only takes 20 minutes to make. So let's see what you need for the recipe. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is preheat your oven. I like to roast my nuts at 305. I know it's a random temperature, but that is what I've always done for the last 5 or 6 years. So 305 is what I'm telling you to set your oven at. It's a fairly low temperature because we're going to do a slow roast. So you do want to set your oven to that temperature. You are going to need a parchment lined baking dish. Parchment is going to make sure that you're able to get your nuts off when they are done roasting. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of melted butter, some cinnamon, some vanilla extract. I'm going to be using a little bit of caramel flavoring. This is from Loran's. You can always buy Loran's on Amazon, and I always have their flavorings linked in our favorites. This is optional. You could just use vanilla if you don't want to use caramel, but I do like the flavor that it provides. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of brown erythritol natural sweetener. So this happens to be Sucrin Gold. That is what I'm using here, but Swerve makes one, other companies make them, but you do want the brown because the brown is going to provide that carameliness that is associated with caramel, and these are salted caramel peanuts, so that's what we're going for. And then of course our friendly little legumes here, you are going to want 2 cups of already salted and roasted peanuts. Then the last ingredient I want to talk about, which is completely optional, but I happen to love very much, and it is also available on Amazon, and that's where I got mine. And that is flaky sea salt, or fleur de sel, if you want the French kind. This one happens to be from Iceland, but it is actually a thicker salt flake. So it's flaked salt, and it's quite coarse. You can see. And this is very popular when you want to make something that is like a sweet and salty. And that is what I'm going for here. So when our nuts are fresh out of the oven and they're still warm before they have a chance to harden into their caramel, I am going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of this on because I do want that extra saltiness. But as I stated, that's completely optional. Okay, we are ready to get started. I am going to start with the brown sweetener in my bowl. To the brown sweetener in my bowl, I'm going to add my melted butter. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add my flavorings. I'm going to do a little bit of vanilla extract. And likewise, I'm going to put some of the caramel flavoring in it. As I stated before, this is optional, but I do enjoy it. If you have something like maple or butterscotch or something like that, that would also work, because we are just going for a caramely taste here. So, and I put about, 10 drops or so. I'm actually going to also put in a couple dashes of cinnamon. Mine happens to be Ceylon, which is very good for your heart, your blood pressure. People with diabetes tolerate Ceylon cinnamon very well, and I always have this also linked in our Amazon favorites because I find it is a little bit harder to find locally. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stir that up. And now I'm going to go ahead and put our peanuts into our mixture. I'm just going to take my spatula and I'm just going to thoroughly coat our peanuts with our caramel mixture. And we want to get as even a coating as we can. And some pieces will be more thoroughly coated than others, and it will also create a little bit of a crunchy shell on some of them, a lot like Cracker Jack, as I mentioned before. But it is going to be very delicious, very yummy, and as with all nuts, you're going to have to watch yourself that you don't eat all 2 cups all by yourself, because I totally could do that. Nuts are a favorite. All right, so we are thoroughly coated, and I'm going to place them on my baking sheet in an even layer. I'm just going to dump everything out all at once. Make sure that we get all of our delicious caramel mixture from the bowl. Okay, so I'm just spreading this out into an even thin layer. And when these go in the oven, the butter and the sweetener are going to form a delicious coating onto our peanuts. Okay, it smells very caramely, which is what I'm going for. All right, so these are going to go into the oven and roast at 305 for about 20 minutes. Keep an eye on your nuts. Everyone's oven temperatures are different, so you don't want them to scorch, but I would say about 20 minutes is perfect. But if you wanted to start checking them at, say, minute 16 or so, you could, if you wanted to start with a lower temperature. I know that mine were fine at 20 because I've made this before. Into the oven they go. Okay, they're ready to get out of the oven. They smell good. I'm going to let them sit and cool. While they're hot out of the oven, I'm going to sprinkle my flaky sea salt on there so that it will harden with the caramel. Because after all, this is a salted caramel peanuts. Okay, I'm just going to let these harden, and then I will break them up and CJ will have a taste. Okay, here they are, the salted caramel peanuts.
Hi.
Hi.
Should I be offended?
No, but we could get you a top hat and a cane, like Mr. Peanut.
I think these are good. They're definitely crunchy. They're not overly sweet. It seems like these got sweeter as they sat. I don't know what that's all about. But that's just my experience. I think you think these are sweeter than I do.
Yes, we have very different tastes as far as sweetness level.
But these are good. I can tell that they don't just taste like regular peanuts. They taste like they're salted. In fact, I probably could use more salt.
Okay.
I think the next
I think this batch is going to be
batch has
salty.
got more salt.
Yeah.
But I like them. Got kind of a candy coating on them. That's nice. So, I think it's good, baby. I don't know how much simpler you can make it.
Nope.
Unless you just go buy some in a can. So, and I guess if people want us to make some for us, they have to ask us and we'll ship them to them
Sure.
for a nominal fee.
Okay. A nominal nut fee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a good, baby. I think it's really good. I think people will like them. I like them.
Good.
And people will have to be careful that they don't overindulge.
Yes.
Thank you for making them. Bye.
Bye.